Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back, y'all. My name is Elle, and this is my perspective. Okay, so I'm going to tell you some differences that I have noticed um, since moving. Still here in Merida, Mexico, but just some little differences that maybe, people are just like, hey, I didn't know that it would be a difference like that. The first thing is iguanas. Yeah, I haven't seen a single iguana since I moved. And I do a lot more walking, a lot more frequent walking as well. No iguanas, nobody outside hanging out like sunbathing. Um, Nothing. The iguanas, when I was walking anyway, they didn't bother me or scare me or anything like that, but I just noticed that I don't see them. And so that's one thing. Number two, street dogs. So where I was, I hadn't seen any real street dogs, no, nothing really going on. Here, I would say there's between 4 and 6 street dogs. Two are vocal. And when I say vocal, let me give you an example. So a little while ago, there was someone who was on the phone. It was a man. He was on his cell phone. He was standing on the sidewalk. The street dog, was in the street. The street dog was barking at him like an angry bark, and the man was just on his phone. But then after a while, because I'm thinking it's probably getting loud for his person that he's on the phone with, he's about to step off the sidewalk to attempt to cross the street. As soon as he did that, like put that foot to get ready to step off that sidewalk, that dog charged all the way up on him and was maybe like a foot away from him, still doing the angry bark. And the man is doing the shoo, 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 skadoodle, skadoodle, skadoodle. And the dog is just bark, 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 barking. And then, I stopped looking, and then I did hear the dog eventually stop barking, and I saw the man going across the street, and then I saw two people coming up the sidewalk. The dog didn't bark at them, nothing. And I was like, oh, well, ain't that a bit scary, So that I have seen a street dog that is definitely looking like he's about to DIE, if he isn't already. So when I was walking a completely different way, I saw the street dog on the grass, up against a building, like, in the shadiness, but also in the grass. And there was food around the dog. So I'm guessing the dog had probably been there. It's a way that I don't really frequent. So I'm guessing the dog had been there and people were trying to bring food to it, but kind of respected space. So it was at the dog's feet. Um, Sorry, let me adjust, but not at its head. And so I'm feeling like the dog didn't have enough energy to even move its head to get to the food that was at his feet. So that was that. I ended up going back that way a few days later. Again, I usually don't frequent that way. And I went a few days later. By few, I'm saying like 3, 4 days later, the dog was still there, same spot, same food, but the dog was still alive. And yeah, yeah. But he did not seem like he felt good at all. And like he was about to just be done. So yeah, I have noticed that. So iguanas, one, dogs, two, three. Yeah, I saw a drunk man, my first drunk man. This man was like drunk, like knocked out drunk, and he was like up against the wall, head over to the side, feet stretched out into the sidewalk, which is how I saw him because I had to step over him, both coming and going, to like step over him and his pee puddles. So yeah, and I wasn't the only one, like everybody, like it's a busy sidewalk. Everybody stepping over this man and his pee puddles, like, and so yeah, he was there. I don't think the policia saw him because when they come by, you gotta be looking at people and cars and situations. I don't know that you're necessarily looking at the ground, to see that somebody is sitting on the ground, uh, laid over like that. Like wow, but whatever. Also, public intoxication don't do it. You don't want to do it. You don't want to have that parts. But yeah, so I did see that man. And then when I came back, of course, because I'm coming, like the way that he was sitting, for me to go one way was one thing, but then to come back, you see all the pee spots all on his pants and stuff. And it's just like, oh, nice. So yeah, yeah. Um, One, two, three. Oh, the last thing, guys. So the last thing that I saw and have seen an uptick in, y'all, this is really gross. So go ahead and turn now if you don't want to hear something gross. Have you turned yet? Cockroaches. Y'all, these is tree roaches, right? Like I'll see them on the sidewalk, and it's not even like it'll be after it has rained. Like in Central, that's a thing. Like when it's rained or something like that, then it's like, oh, it's a thing. But I don't know what. I don't, not that they can only come out when it rains, but good Lord, it's a lot of them. And so yeah, I don't know. It's nasty. And then here's the nasty, nasty part. So like I had stayed up past my bedtime one time, y'all, like past my bedtime. Like it was going on midnight or after midnight. And then y'all already know, like I don't like I when I so when I wake up in the mornings, I fold up all my bedding, right? So my bedding is folded up. And then when it's time to go to sleep, I unfold my bedding and make my bed, right? And so as I'm unfolding my bedding to make my bed, I happen to look out the window and I see roaches on my window. These are tree roaches, like these are big roaches. And here's the nasty part. It was four of them, right? It turned out to be six of them, but two of them were already dead. But it was, yeah, it's so freaking nasty. And so I wanted them to keep to leave, to be gone, to just go. And so I did my thing. For those of y'all who know what I do, I did my thing and they didn't go nowhere. Like I gave them like a 10-second, 10, probably 10 seconds, maybe less. Okay, but maybe 10 seconds. Maybe. I was trying to be patient, but I wasn't. And then I was just like, okay, you know what? I don't care if y'all fall. I don't care, and so I'm just telling them, I don't care if you fall to your death. I don't care what the hell you do. Just get off my window. Like I don't want to look at y'all because y'all are some big mamma jams, right? And so they didn't go anywhere. And I was just like, I said, and so no sooner than I'm about to get like angry with it, like I see something white come up and then go back down. I was like, what was it? And by the time I registered what the white was, it was a bird because it had come to my window, grabbed, and went back down. That that bird is coming and eating these roaches. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that works too. They didn't fall, they didn't climb up to another one, but I did give them a chance. Like roaches run fast. So 10 seconds, I feel like if it was 10 seconds, but I feel like that was a good head start. They just didn't take it. So the bird came and ate them. And I feel like that was a win-win because I didn't have to look out and the bird ate what the bird ate. Right. And then the next day, y'all, I realized that there were two that were on the inside of the window with me. So it's like the window is closed. So if I were to open the window, then it would come in with me, but they were inside there. And I was just like, oh, hell no. So I took like some Raid and I'm trying to like spray it all around the window. And I think the fumes got to one, or maybe a little spray spadoodle got onto one, and that one died. But the other one didn't die, and it wouldn't die. And so it was just, I didn't know how to handle it because I was just like, if I open up the window, then it's gonna come in and eat me. And so I just didn't know what to do. And so I'm hearing this noise, like they make a noise. They make anyway, the roach ended up finding a way through and he came into the room with me. I hear this noise and I'm getting like I get paranoid now. Every time I hear a noise, I be like, is it a roach? Is it a roach? And so yeah, I sprayed it out of that roach. And yeah, I sprayed every second, every little try to if he moved the antenna, I was spraying it, right? So yeah, that thing just died like in a space up there on the ledge. And I called somebody, I was like, yeah, can you come get this? And I paid the person to come get the roach. And then the person opened up the window and like I had left the room. I left the room for him to clean the one roach up. And then um, when he opened up the window, he saw more roaches and he cleaned those roaches up. And I was just like, that is just so effing gross. It's just so effing gross. And so, yeah, I was just, yeah. So, yeah, but that's what it is. And so, yeah, it's a lot of roaches, but it's not just here, is what I'm saying. It's I've seen them walking around when I'm doing my normal walking around. I've seen the roaches and it's just like, ugh, ugh. But then I saw them actually on my window. And yeah, that bird did come and eat some. And then there were two that were on the window, but I think it was a total of six. So yeah, that was just really gross, y'all. Really gross. So yeah, if you're coming to Merida and you know that Merida is for you, definitely feel free to allow yourself to move around to different areas, to different neighborhoods to see what it is that you like, don't like. And then it can be some little small things that you wouldn't even think of, like roaches, street dogs, drunk people, just iguanas or no iguanas, like all the different things. And so, a few blocks can make a difference. So just keep that in mind. Be patient. Um, don't don't even feel like you need to jump into something right away. Like definitely be patient and be open and explore as much as you can. Know who you are. If you want to be around the food scenes, not the food scenes. All the different things. Know that certain times are going to happen and parties and things are going to happen, and you're going to hear noise no matter what. Like other times, it's it's just where it's there's noise like the construction noise. There's noise like um, car noise, but then there's going to be where holidays, fiestas, and things like that happen, and you're going to hear music. So just be patient. And for me, like I'm not waking up and doing a 9 to 5. I'm not waking up and jumping and having to be online at a certain time. So I'm more patient with it, and I guess I was also patient in the United States because it was the same thing. Um, you can be in the Dallas area, you can be in San Antonio, you can be in Houston, you can be in Austin. Like you're gonna hear stuff, but if you're patient and it's like, I don't have to be up until such and such a time anyway. Or, I'm not asleep yet, or just be easy. So yeah, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, put in the comment section. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Until next time, guys, I will chat with you later. Bye, y'all.